A few weeks ago, my one wheel broke. You might have seen it in my last video, but while I was out on a weekend in the Ardennes, my one wheel broke. Initially, I thought it was the inner hub bolts, but it wasn't. I tried tightening them, they were all very tight, but I discovered it was a problem in the controller. The solder for the Hall sensors, that broke. I'm not good enough soldering that I was confident to solder it and then trust the board, because if it breaks during a ride, it might just cut out, you might have a nosedive, might get hurt. I debated what should I do, find someone who can fix it. Here in my neighborhood there's no one who could fix it, or no one I know of who could fix it, and no one I trust enough to fix it. The second option was find another controller, but since the board is a 4208 using the CBXR, I didn't find another controller that I could use with the CBXR, so I decided to buy a Vesc. I bought a full kit, so when it arrived at my door it was pretty much plug and play, but it didn't quite feel the way I wanted it to feel. It didn't ride the way I wanted it to ride. And then a friend of mine, he reached out and he was like, hey, if you want, these are my presets, you can just upload them to your Vesc and let me know what you think of it. So I did just that yesterday, I uploaded them, and now I'm heading out with the Vesc to a trail nearby. It's finally not raining for once here in Belgium, so I'm gonna try out the Vesc on the trails. It's a trail nearby, so I know it very well. I've ridden it dozens of times on my one wheel, so I know how it should feel and what I can expect. And after that, I'll come back to you, let you know how I feel about the Vesc. So I just came back from the ride, and it rides amazing. It gave me the feeling of just riding my XR, and some of the disadvantages I had with a stock XR, they're gone. One of the big things I can do now with the Vesc is getting my nose level. I had the WTF wheels for months, the nose was always dipping. If I put it in the one wheel app +3, then go in reverse, that was terrible. Now it's finally level, going either way. Going up hills is a lot easier, I have a lot more confidence. Strangely enough, and I don't know why, if anyone does, let me know in the comments down below, exactly the same setup as a one wheel is a lot more nimble. So I'm using the same rails, the same battery, the same tire, same PSI, except for the Vesc, and it's a lot more nimble. I can turn way quicker, way smaller circles than I can do on a normal XR, and it has something to do with the Vesc, I just don't know how it does it, but it's riding great. 1.5 years ago was the first time I heard about Vesc and I got to try it out, and at that point I didn't like how it rode, but at this point it's evolved and it's a much nicer ride. There's still some tweaking and some work to be done with the Vesc, but it's going in a good direction. And to be honest, if it wasn't for Vesc at this point, I wouldn't be riding a one wheel. Because I didn't want to invest in a GT, I didn't want to buy a Pint, I didn't want to buy a new XR with newer hardware and firmware which I cannot upgrade or fix when it breaks down the line. I bought my full kit at Custom Wheel Shop. I'll place a link for the website in the description below. It's a great guy who built it, great customer service afterwards. If you're planning on buying a Vesc or want to know more, check out the website down below. But for now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.